Good morning. Welcome to October 24th, 2022. My name is Kurt. This is my daily Good Life meditation video. This is something that I do each and every morning shortly after waking up to remember my life objectives and principles, to see how I did applying these to the challenges and opportunities I faced and encountered yesterday, to recite them one by one, and then to plan for the coming day. It's 4:20 a.m. right now, and I'm tired. I didn't sleep so well last night. I was thinking a lot about work, things I need to do, thinking about the move, and just exhausted from the last 48 hours of activity. Could use a break from my break. Break being the weekend in this case. A lot of activity related to this move, getting rid of stuff, packing stuff, and taking several trips. The big movers come on Friday of this week. All right, let's go for good life. 7 objectives as follows. 1, to be always ready to die, to have my affairs and my relationships and my life's work in order. And they are. Except I forgot to call my mom yesterday. I was going to do that. I'll call her today. 2, to make good and effective use of my time, not wasting my days. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. Next is to cultivate good emotional reactions, and then to perform good actions, and then to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, and then to just do one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. It's easy to do things slow right now because I'm so tired. So why the heck do I get up so early? Well, I get up early because it's like for the same reason people buy a lottery ticket, I think. The chance to get the winning numbers. It's true, getting up at 4 a.m. every morning, there's some mornings that I wish I was still in bed. But there's other mornings that I wake up and I'm just going. And I get a lot of stuff done. A lot of good thinking done. Enjoyed. This morning is not one of those mornings. Not yet, at least. Maybe when the coffee kicks in a little more. This morning is one of those mornings that if I had it in me to stay in bed, I would. But I don't. So I am not. Okay, my 32 principles now are: 1, the principle of war. To always be fighting against what I think is true and what others propose to me is true. I have to suffer ideas to run through the gauntlet of criticism, examination, discussion, even if it's only a discussion with myself before I accept them. But I try to make a discussion with others if I can find others to talk about it. Reason is next, and the sub-principles of honesty, objectivity, doubt, humiliation. To be a reasonable man means I'm a man who looks at propositions and weighs their, if I can boil them down to a hypothesis, boil them down to a syllogism, weighs the parts to see if they're valid and sound and necessary, see if if the whole thing works, and if so, then only tentatively accept it, using objectivity as my standard. Does the proposition align with the observable world, the world, or at least the world as we can measure it? And then also to be a skeptic, and to welcome the chance to feel a little humiliation when and if I do discover that I'm wrong. Only thing is, as tentative models, makes them less likely to feel like they're our own. So it's a little easier to deal with that and discovering that we're wrong. Oh boy, I'm tired. Okay, number 3 is the homunculus, the suggestion that I don't have a soul, but I do have a little consciousness. Clearly I have it. And then the anchor hold, reminder that my consciousness is subject to suffer and die alone, as we all will. And then the home of good and evil, right and wrong, don't reside out there in the universe. They reside in here in our minds. Opinions about what's good and bad and the right way to do things, wrong way, etc. And then purpose. My 3 purposes are to be a good human being, a good husband and father. Second one is to be a virtuous man, where virtue is helping to improve the well-being of thinking creatures. And then the third one is to purpose of sharing my, what does that sound? The message of the good life and the resulting going alone creed. I said that backwards. The message of going alone and the resulting good life creed. Applying more caffeine. Oh, one of the reasons I'm also tired is that I did get up earlier and take the dogs out. The one dog needed to go. He had an upset tummy, right? So, yeah, I took him. I didn't take him out. I went out in the backyard with him, but that upset my speech. I made me sleep. So I'm tired. Next is atomic principle. Everything is made of bits and pieces, falling to pieces, including all of us. Then the principle of nature. Everything has some particular nature, including all of us. And then the pirate ride. The idea that free will is an illusion, a very convincing one, but an illusion nonetheless. And then maturity, and the sub-principles of wisdom, fortitude, and integrity. We are mature when we wisely remember our past successes and failures and have the fortitude to do better. The result is in a life of integrity, where our actions, the fruit of our life, are in alignment with our values. Then comes the social principle. We are social creatures, human beings. So is he. He's a social creature too. We need each other. I need you. I know you need me. And we all need each other to various degrees. So it's good to be social. The punchline of going alone is not to stay alone. It's to come back and make a good social life with a community and family. Then comes public speaking. And the sub-principles there are best words, prudence, eloquence, and rumor and gossip. Cultivate a big vocabulary by lots of reading, especially early in life, and then learn how to use prudence to filter the right words and the right phrases, and expressions that mean our true intent. I'm not saying it right. We use prudence to cause our words to match our values. And then that's what yields the aforementioned integrity. Eloquence is what results from a lot of practice and having a good vocabulary and making the effort of working it through the filter of prudence. And then 2 negatives. I try to avoid trading in rumor and gossiping about others. Okay, next comes, I think it's a 5er, right? No. Yeah, maybe? Yeah. Temperance. life will not go well, the horror show, the best, that which must be borne, and then the feast of woeful. Temperance is what we do to control our actions, to limit our consumption, to basically have self-discipline. That's going to be important because life isn't going to go well. There will be times when things will go really badly, and mistakes will happen, and we'll take a wrong turn, etc., etc. And it's good to have the self-control to rein in our emotions and our actions, even, so that we don't overreact and go too far. The horror show simply is a suggestion that sometimes things go so bad as to constitute horror. I mean, really, really bad stuff. Diagnoses of death, terrible car accidents, a house burning down, the pet getting run over, whatever the case may be. Horrible stuff. And if it's not happening to us now, for some of us it is, it's coming. It's happening up and down the street to my neighbors, various of them. I think it's happening to Harold right now. And then 2 more. That which must be born. We have to bear all of that. We have to bear the horror show and the fact of life that will not go well. And then the feast of woeful. Not blowing up or spewing our upset onto others in any circumstance, but keeping our emotions within ourselves, using stoic temperance to keep a steady face. Like, I'm exhausted right now. I just want to lay down and collapse. But I'm doing my best resolve to just push through this. It's not helping that this sofa is so comfy. Coffee's not kicking in yet either. Okay, and then next comes distraction and agency and the great indifference. I probably should have done this earlier. I think I mixed it up a little bit. We distract ourselves all of our lives by all the things that keep us busy, so that we don't have to see that it seems like we're alone here on this planet in terms of any agency or any caring elements. Then I have a 3-fer. Oh no, the best seat in the house is next. To not want to be anyone else, be anywhere else, or be doing anything else, but to be okay with who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing. Then comes the 3-fer. The 4-fer. Restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure. That is 3. I really should add the risk of avoiding risk. I should really make it a 4-fer. The restless man or woman is someone who, from an early age, I'm talking late teens, early 20s, wants something more in life, wants some experience. And I would just want to make note that it doesn't seem that goes away. You can make it kind of disappear for episodes and seasons of life, but it comes back. So it's good to do something about it. And what is that something? That is to get on the path of wildness, the second principle here, which is the way forward and through one life into another. Yumiko and I are on the path right now. It's a hard path. That's why I'm so tired right now. It's wearing me out, especially getting harder at this age. Maybe one more journey on the path for this life as Yumiko and I make another trip back to Japan. Then the great life adventure is the resulting experience of life that we get as a result of stepping onto the path of wildness and having that experience. And then the risk of avoiding risk is a reminder that if we don't do that young and when we want it, the opportunity tends to slip away, especially after age 50. That's the deep risk of finding oneself in life. The surface level risk, the easier stuff, although they are hard, but they're easier in comparison, are education, career, home and family, saving for retirement, preparing for our old age. Okay, that's the risk of avoiding risk. Then comes sin and damnation. The sins in my worldview are being untrue, believing things that are untrue, abiding dogma or believing things on authority or faith, abiding superstition, gossiping or engaging in rumors. All of that results in a sort of damnation in the here and now, in the moment where we live, in these moments we live. It's good to avoid all of those things. Much better to just be in silence than to engage in that. Okay, that's that. A complete oblivion is next. I don't think there's anything to follow death. I think that's the end. There'll be no final reunion with our loved ones. As a result, there'll be no chance for any reconciliation and no final justice, because it doesn't seem like there's anything to follow. Next is the bullseye aim, striving for the mark and usually missing. The uphill climb, making it today a steady uphill trudge. Arena and utility, keeping our principles practiced and ever at the ready to use in the pursuit of our objectives. Nothing is enough. Suggestion towards abstinence. And then the principle of fun. A reminder to try to have a good time today. Remember the good times from yesterday, and to enjoy thinking and planning for the good times tomorrow. That's it. That's my good life creed. Got through it. Now let's plan for the day. Like I said repeatedly, I am exhausted today. So I'm going to finish my coffee. I'll upload this. Go upstairs, read my Bible. I think I'm in Hosea 7 today. Then I'll take the dogs for a walk. I'll feed them, take the dogs for a walk, and then change into my work clothes, start my damn work day in earnest. I'll make it a good day, despite the fact that I'm tired. I'll make it a good day because I'll work hard at it. I won't let my tiredness, my exhaustion really, push me to indolence or inactivity. I'll ride it I won't ride it, I'll push it. I'll push through it like heavy mud, wearing galoshes. All right, just hope my feet don't get stuck. Take care. Be safe, but not too safe.